Hey, today was really fun. It really was fun today. And as a matter of fact, I want everyone on the count of three, I want you to ask me, say, Lou, how'd your day go? 1, 2, 3. Lou, how'd your day go? Who you calling a dago? I heard someone step on my line back there. I know there was someone back there. Anyway, so this guy, he goes to the bar. He orders 12 shots of whiskey. 12 shots of whiskey. The guy lines up 12 shots of whiskey. He drinks them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bartender says, hey, buddy, he says, slow down. You're drinking those awful fast. He said, you'd drink fast, too, if you had what I got. He keeps drinking them. He said, what do you got? He says, 75 cents. The guy, a friend of mine opened a restaurant. He opened a restaurant. It's Mexican food and soul food. He calls it Nacho Mama. Nacho Mama. Nacho Mama.
Argo.
I blew that one. Anyway, it was funny, Nacho Mama. She laughed before I said the joke. Anyway, so this guy's a salesman. He calls home, the maid answers. He says, let me speak to my wife. She's kind of hemming and hawing and stumbling. And he says, what's wrong? And she says, sir, I've always been faithful to you. I've worked for you for years. Your wife is in the bedroom with another man. He's in the bedroom with another man. He said, y'all's been loyal to me. Get the gun. Get the gun. Shoot them both. Shoot. But sir, okay. She puts the phone down. You hear a scuffle. And bang, 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 bang. And she comes back. She said, I did it. They ran in the backyard. I shot them both. They both fell dead in the pool. He said, in the pool? Is this 7784343? So that's funny. Look I don't have a mic. I've got an antenna. All right. Anyway, so you're supposed to do something with it, I think, but I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so the guy goes to it's amazing technology today. They actually a friend of mine got a vasectomy at Sears. That's true. And now the only problem now, whenever he gets excited, the garage door goes up. That's not fresh. That's kind of funny. Garage door goes. Anyway, the garage door goes up. This guy, he's walking down the street. He sees his friend. He says, is that my raincoat you're wearing? He said, yes. He said, why are you wearing my raincoat? He said, I didn't want to get your suit wet.
That's good.
Anyway, so the lady, she goes to the attorney. She said, I want to divorce my husband. He says, fine, you want to divorce your husband? Okay. He said, what's your grudge? She said, we don't have a garage. We have a carport. What does that have to do with anything? He said, no. He said, what does he do? Like, does he beat you up? She said, no, I get up before him every morning. What are you talking about? He said, lady, what's your grounds? She said, we live on about an acre. What's that have to do with anything? He said, why do you want to divorce your husband? She said, I don't know. We just can't communicate. We just can't communicate. So the guy calls the law firm. Guy answers. He says, Willard, and Willard. He said, yes, let me speak to Mr. Willard, please. He said, I'm sorry, he's gone on vacation. He said, well, let me talk to the other Mr. Willard. He said, I'm sorry, he's gone on a lunch appointment. He said, well, let me talk to the other Mr. Willard. He said, speaking. I don't know why that's funny. Maybe it isn't. To me, it was. Anyway, so the Polish rapist, he's in the police lineup. They bring the woman in. He says, yes, she's the one. That's funny. Anyway, I like that joke. So the guy, he gets married. On his wedding night, he's laying in bed with his wife. He says, I want to tell you something, but I wanted to marry you first because I was worried that you might not want to marry me. I'm a compulsive golfer. I mean, all I think about is golf. I golf every morning before work. I go to work. Then I golf at lunch. And then I golf after work. Saturdays and Sundays, I'm gone golfing. She said, I still love you. I'm still glad I married you. She said, but I want to tell you something I didn't want to tell you because I was scared you didn't want to marry me. He said, what's that? She said, I'm a hooker. He said, don't worry, we can fix that. Open your stance, put your thumb on top. It's... That's funny. Anyways, let's see, I got another one. Anyway, two strings. Okay, this is really dumb. Two strings are going down the street, two pieces of string. And one goes into the bar and goes to the bartender, said, I would like a beer. The bartender said, we don't serve strings in here, and takes it and kind of flips it outside. And so the other one says, you did that all wrong. Watch. And he ties himself in a knot, frays the two ends like hands, and he goes into the bar and bounces up on the bar stool and puts his hands down kind of like this, you know? And the bartender looks. He said, are you a string? He said, no, I'm afraid not. I'm afraid. Okay, that's good. Okay, I like that. That's good. All right. Anyway, of course, you know, I told this guy, I said, my wife's an angel. He said, you're lucky, mine's not dead yet. Some of the women are laughing, but she says, I'm not laughing at that. Okay. Okay, so anyway, this guy's got the migraine headache. He's got a migraine headache killing him. He goes to the doctor. He's had it for like 2 weeks. Doctor examines him, does all these tests, everything. He cannot find nothing wrong. He says, look, buddy, I'm so sorry, but we can't figure out what it is. He said, but off the record, I'll tell you, when I get a migraine headache, I go home, my wife makes a hot bath for me, makes me a beautiful dinner, we have passionate love. By the next day, my headache's gone. Off the record, you might try it. He says, okay, a week later, he comes back. He says, Doc, my headache's gone. It's gone. And by the way, you have a beautiful home. You got a great house. Okay. Anyway, we're getting close. Don't look at your, I see you. Look, he's pointing at me. Okay, real quick. So do you know why Italians don't like Jehovah's Witness? Italians don't like no witness. That's funny. Okay, one more? Okay.
What?
One more joke. I'm going to tell one more. I got to think one more, though. Oh, yeah, so the guy, okay, so the guy, yeah, he goes to the bank. He robs the bank. He says, everybody, get on your face. Get on the ground. No one look up or I'll shoot you. And then he sits there, he takes off his mask, and he starts getting the money. One guy kind of peeks up a little bit. He said, did you see me? The guy said, well, maybe a little bit. Bang, bang, he shoots him. Then the next guy kind of looks up a little bit. He got startled. He said, did you see me? He said, no, I think my wife did. God bless you guys. God bless you. Thank you.